OPEC's back in charge because we haven't invested in alternatives. That's all Europe did, was invest in new age alternatives.
No,
are you saying natural gas and nuclear and coal are alternatives, or do you mean pie in the sky wind?
Alternative to OPEC production.
Right. Fossil fuel
whether if it's
alternatives
gas, oil, solar, wind, you name it. In fact,
coal, all of the above. It just sounded like you were saying. Sounded like you were saying we haven't transitioned quick enough to the green stuff, and that's not what you were saying. But
let's look at how much did the green investment give us. Here's a stat for you as of January of this year. At the end of last year, overall fossil fuels represented 81% of overall energy consumption. 10 years ago, they were at 82. So all of that investment in renewables you're talking about, $3.8 trillion. Let me repeat that. $3.8 trillion of investment in renewables moved fossil fuel consumption from 82 to 81% of the overall energy consumption. But given the recent events and what's happened with the loss in gas and replacing it with coal, that number is likely above 82. So when we think about what those renewables have added, because remember, you're adding capacity, but the capacity utilization factor is quite low on them. And then you have Europe making the investment in there, but China making further investments. The net of it is clearly we haven't made any progress. And I think the key point that I was saying is that why OPEC is in the driver's seat, at an unprecedented level, is because we inclusively of everybody outside of OPEC, have not adequately invested in overall energy production, infrastructure, and the ability to supply and deliver it. And I don't care. And by the way, the countries like Brazil, was pointing about who's going to be exposed to this, because they raise interest rates really early in this cycle, they're actually less exposed to what's happening right now than, let's say, Japan or Europe.